Hello, and welcome back to Elden Ring. Last time I left off right here, clearing part of the path into the castle. Then I looked out across, and it's a very nice looking place. Those clouds are, it's just a block that's moving, but despite how solid it looks, it really does look quite aesthetically pleasing. I'm not going to look at this for too long, but it doesn't accurately portray what clouds look like, but I do think it does get the feeling of clouds moving overhead, which is kind of fun. Logical. Always attack walls. Brick hammer. That could be fun, but that's for strength build. I'm a strength int build. Ooh ha ha. I don't know where I'm going. I think it's just the other path from up here that I need to explore. I'm also going to die because I'm out of Estus and they haven't given me any more, but having a good time exploring here. I like the music. It's having a fun time. Yeah, I think this is where I need to go. But I think, yep. Yep. I was like, okay, there's going to be a jump here. I thought it was going to be a bomb being thrown at me, not a guy. And then I rolled into the small crack and fell to my death. Overreaction. Oh, so much more to go through again, but it's not that bad. Oh no. He's gonna blow his horn. And it's actually just gonna save me a little bit of time. Ooh. Just button mashing. Ooh. New hood. Better physical resistance. I don't like it. It's too form-fitting. It's too close to the head. I wish it was a little bit oofier. In and out. That didn't blow up. It blew up the statue on the other side of the explosives, but not the explosives on the way to the statue. That's pretty silly. Also, I should have less... I should lose some percentage of my souls because I died here. I don't actually pay enough attention to the amount of souls I have to notice that type of thing, which is mechanically intentional, but... Commoner's Headband. Altered. Better magical resistances. I'd rather have an aesthetic, better looking. I prefer this. I like the hat. Oh. Not dead. Pickled foul feet. Foot. Singular. Pickled foods are quite interesting. It's kind of fun how in North America, and I don't know about what parts of the rest of the world, but like if you say pickles, the assumption for most people, not everyone, but I think the common assumption is cucumber-based pickles. But then there's like pickled carrots, pickled asparagus, pickled eggs, pickled herring. That all those could be and probably should be referred to as pickles. Maybe not pickled herring as pickles, but by the word pickles, it's anything that's pickled could be pickles. Like, okay. I was lower HP than I thought, because I wasn't paying enough attention to that. And he didn't stagger at all after the first couple hits. That was just a bad play. Yeah, like pickled foods are kind of... The variety is weirdly interesting. Like... It's kind of... I think in the UK... often pickled cucumbers are referred to as gherkins, except like gherkins are, I believe, a specific type of either pickle or cucumber. Like, not all pickled cucumbers would technically be... There go my souls. He spun 180 and threw it, and I got one shot. Because I was trying to rush. Like, I don't think gherkins technically should apply to all types of pickles, because it's a specific type. But then it's still easier to understand in a world where you worry about multiple types of pickled foods. It's kind of different. Okay. Like having a name that isn't just pickle is, you know, more effective. But like, the reason I'm not certain about the gherkin thing is the UK has a lot of weird naming to them. Because... Oh yeah, no. Gherkins, or baby pickles, are small cucumbers, typically those 3 to 13 centimeters in length. Which I think most pickles are like 13 centimeters at most. But it is a specific subcategory. But the UK has I'll say a habit of referring to things, less non-specific things, by more specific names. Like, people will refer to vacuum cleaners as Hoovers, despite the fact that Hoover is a brand name. Which, I mean, at least in Canada, if you said Kleenex, it would be like tissue for your nose. I don't know what the generic term would be, because it's always referred to as a Kleenex. At least with my family. It's always, since I've been born, it's just a Kleenex. It's the same sort of thing. And that, like... And there's some sort of genericization. I don't know what the actual term is. I actually hate these guys, because it disincentivizes playing aggressive. Because, like, if you can't roll into them when they do stuff, it just means it's better to roll away. Also, I'm not playing it well. I'm just panic rolling, but... I'm just not a fan of when they force you to just roll away, and that's the better option instead of rolling aggressively. It just makes it slower. But yeah, I'm talking about pickles and generic, like brand names becoming generic. Like Google, I think, has fought against it, against the term Google being used to just be generically referring to an internet search. I imagine Kleenex has done the same. Like, the use of a word degrading the name brand value is a lot of... It's very... Again, on a very surface level, because I'm not particularly invested in these topics. It's a very interesting concept where there are some things that have lost their, like... I don't know if it's losing their copyright, or lost, like, the ability to protect their copyright to their name because their name became the default term to refer to something. Like, I can't think of any examples, because I'm not that deep into marketing. What is this guy doing? But it's a fun, just reality. Which, I mean, everything copyright, etc., law related is purely human fabrication. So it's not like some intrinsic reality of the world that is, oh, that's fun that it is this way. It's chosen to be this way because it's what makes a reasonable amount of sense to at least lawmakers. Ooh, I almost fell. Okay, I know there's something right here. Oops. That's the number 2 stone sword. Birds. Birds. Where are the birds gonna come from? Up above? Oh. That didn't stagger him for very long. That is interesting. The other bird variants, or at least the bats, get staggered for a very long time when you do that to them. Oh, I think I want to go down there. I think I want to use stone sword keys there. I actually don't have a specific path I'm following. I'm just spotting stuff and being like, oh yeah, I should explore this. I don't know if there's any reason to explore here. Whoop. Danger. Again, stamina in this game is a mess. It's way too... There's too much stamina. Which, it's great. It makes it... You don't have to worry as much, which is kind of nice a lot of the time. But it does like, from coming back from Dark Souls 2, oof. You really don't need to worry about stamina in this game by comparison. I'm trying to think... Just while I'm sitting here, I'm trying to think of the various... similar... Oh, that's the one. Enhancing jump attacks. Now jump attacks are just better. Which I'm not going to try to spam jump attacks, but I have no other talisman that has any actual value, so... Woo! Oh, cool, you can just jump. Neat. I was half expecting to fall. Okay, nothing that way. I might not die if I jumped over there. Kind of want to try, but if I do die, it'll be annoying. Wrong button. I pressed in the left stick to jump. Dark Souls' fault. It's all Dark Souls' fault. The moment I pressed it, I was like, oh no. Oh no. Bad idea. Now I have to get all the way back up there to get my souls back. Runes back. I know why they called it runes, but also I don't know why they called it runes. Oop. Arrow. I was gonna search generic names just to see what companies have lost their company names that have become generic. Google, Taser, Xerox, and 31 brands turned household names is the first result. No offense, that's not the type of article I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for, like, something that isn't written for Business Insider. I mean, Xerox, I think, is a good example. I'm pretty sure I've heard that within the, you know, context of people who use fax machines, people do use Xerox as a verb. It's also like, this guy has infinite stamina. I hate these birds. I imagine everyone does. But they're actually the perfect example. That was garbage. They're actually the perfect example of enemies with infinite stamina. But yeah, that's probably not the best way to search for what I'm looking for. I just don't know the term. I can't remember. I've definitely heard the term for this becoming generic phenomenon. Camera. Please. Could you imagine if these games had if all these games actually had good camera? They'd be so much better. You would never have... What was that? The flicker for like no reason. Yeah. Run? Climb faster, please? I'm pressing climb faster. Please climb faster. Can you not climb faster, or am I pressing the wrong button? Correct button. I'm not even gonna try the jump. Like... Ah, whatever, let's drop here. And then drop here. And then... go here. And then I'm here, okay. So I would just drop on top of that, and then it would just be a way out. Oops, I don't know if I want to drop there. I do want to drop here. Sorry. So I don't think I can get... I don't know if I want to drop here, but there's an item, so I will. Somber 2, that's good. I just need to make sure I have a Somber 3. And then I will be able to do better. So I was searching about losing a trademark, but one of the, like, the fourth thing that showed up... Oh, Storm Sword key was lost on use. One of the fourth or fifth thing that showed up was frustrating ways to lose your trademark. Like, yes, some people do need to worry about that, but that I don't think is a particularly common worry. You know, obviously people need to worry about it. There are small business owners and stuff that have trademarks that they personally own. But it's just it's such a benign little article for someone to write. Is that my second Crescent Moon Axe? Ooh, if these are fun, I can dual wield them. I won't because they're axes, but I could. Am I trapped? Or is there a path that I'm missing to get out of here? Right here. Okay. Oh, no. No. I will not fight him. Bye. This gets me to a grace, actually. There's some sort of quest in this area, actually. Under a bunch of bodies that drip down, there's some sort of item you can get. That I think you get it once, you get a cloak, and then you go back after talking to someone to get something. Very vague, but... Might as well have those equipped. And I will be very boring. And... put 2 charges here just so that I can spam rocks at that guy downstairs. Because I don't want to fight him fair. I don't want to give him a fair fight. I don't remember how to use magic though. It's either LB. It's either the left bumper or the left trigger. And I'm not sure which. I think it's left trigger because left bumper is still gravitas. It's probably not going to do enough damage, but... Oh no, it's absolutely going to do enough damage. And then I just leave for a bit. Restore my FP. And do it all again. Should I learn how to fight these enemies? Yes. Do I hate fighting these enemies and I don't want to learn? Mm-hmm. I really dislike how spammy they feel. I mean, not that my solution of rock sling spam is less spammy, but what happens if I gravitas? I can do 38 damage. And they scream for a reasonable amount of HP. This is why I'm not a fan of fighting them in melee, because they just spam attacks forever. I want at least 2 to hit. Nope. Like, you just don't get good opportunities to deal damage to them in melee. It just makes it take so long. Not that this is much better, but I hate this enemy. It's one of my least favorite enemy types. I think worse is the guys that teleport. Even though they have if you use a heal spell, it stuns them and does a lot of damage based on the heal, I think. If you have a big AoE heal that would heal you for 1000 HP, it deals like 1000 damage to them, I believe. It's a good painting. Very good. Very fitting. Very relevant boss-wise. Good times. Okay, this guy's this way. Over. Over. Ooh, 10 arrows. Very valuable. Oh, no. 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 No, no, no. No flask charges? No. I will not explore that today. Today meaning in the next 5 minutes. I will explore it after I either die or get to a heal point, but hoping he wouldn't rotate that much. Exile Greaves, new armor. Better physical, worse magical. Not necessarily better fashion, but not worse. No free heal? Lame. Backstab. Yeah, that backstab would never have occurred in Dark Souls 2. And I'm happy that it occurred. What are these? Like rabbits? Kind of hard to judge what it's supposed to be. I bet I can't unlock this because I don't think I have a key. You open it from the other side even. Doesn't matter if you don't have a key. I'm not fighting this guy right now. I'm just stealing an item from right in front of him. Oh, that one's fun. It's useless. But it is fun. Oh yeah, the troll! Whoop. Up. And the cloak, or the hood. I will actually equip this hood right now. Or I will die to a dog. The hood doesn't look awful, and it gives you 1 vigor. 1 vigor. I lose 4 physical. I gain 9 pierce and 1 lightning. It looks so bad. Because it's a cloak on a cloak. It looks awful. Oy. But I'm pretty sure there's something you can get right here again later. That it might be a blue version of this cloak. Oh. And this cloak matches Roderica. So I assume this is her buddies died here. I assume. Ah, okay, I'm right here. I don't know if they're technically her buddies. I don't know if they were friends or no, or family or whatever. The only thing I remember from the conversation is Cravens. So it's kind of hard to judge. Can I... Class 500 runes? It makes it lighter, but it makes it worse defensively. I'm going to go with the aesthetic. It's worth the better aesthetic. Still doesn't look great, but it does look way less awful. The cloak on top of the cloak was bad. Now it looks reasonable. Worse armor is not worth the runes to alter it. And I actually do respect the choice to have, like, those changes be mechanically meaningful. I think it's interesting. I don't think it's necessary, but I think it's interesting. So I think it was a good way to implement it. Because, like, as much as it is, there's value in purely aesthetic choices not influencing combat in games. But I do think, to a certain extent, it devalues the choice to like care about aesthetics. Like, if you're willing to equip worse gear for aesthetics, that's more fun in my opinion. Whoop. Oh, that sound, somehow it really freaked me. It made me jump for a second. Take advantage of elevation. And kill them all. I didn't attack. He was in the air. How did he block me from rolling? Fix your game. I know why, because it doesn't actually move up when it jumps, but come on. You can do better than that. I don't know if I want to go here. I don't know if I can get back? Okay, I can. Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget's a weird TV show. Mostly because I don't know what TV channel it was on. But it was not on whatever TV channel we could normally watch as kids. Which is odd to me. That we watched it at all. Because as kids, we only had like a couple of things we could watch. No, like, Cartoon Network. No. That's the only one that comes to my mind. Teletoon? No. Those are the only two that come to my mind. There's specific Canadian programming. But it's an interesting coverage. Pickled turtleneck. Very valuable. The stone sword key is actually valuable, though. What? What the? Weird. Well, back out this way. Having a good time, having a good time. Good song. Can't say the name. I definitely would know the name if I heard the name. I don't think it's Rocket Man. I think Rocket Man's a different song. Well, I'm pretty confident Rocket Man's a different song. Do I think I would survive that jump? Okay, first let's test something. Oop. Can I run this way? I assume I can. I mean, there's no reason to go for the jump. I'm gonna try it. I just think it'd be fun. Whoop. Whoop. Sprint and jump. Nope. I know that it's fairly easy to get there. I was just curious as to whether the jump was doable. It might be doable. I might have gotten the angle wrong. I'm not going to try it again. It's interesting. I'm actually exploring it more thoroughly than I think I have in the past, even on my first playthrough. Like, it's probably a mix of having played more of these games. Like, before I played Elden Ring, I hadn't beaten Dark Souls 1 or 3. I'd played partway through both, but I hadn't beaten either of them. So it's a different... having played through them more since I played through Elden Ring. I guess the conventions... Oh, it actually reacted to sound that time. Neat. The conventions of how stuff is laid out might influence how I'm exploring the area. Though it could also be a mix of I don't really remember where anything is, combined with remembering kind of where stuff is. Like, I remember enough that, oh yeah, there's a ladder here, that I could have walked right past on a previous playthrough very easily. Because it's not a hidden ladder, but it's not like the most blatant ladder you've ever seen, or I've ever seen. I think it'd be easy to miss, and I think I have missed it in the past. Is where I want to go? Yeah. No. Yes. Out this door. And then I'm back at the bonfire soon. No. I'm here. Okay. I know this area. This is the area where on my first playthrough I spent a long time dying to the knight. Baiting the first guy to die. Ooh, that wind is annoying. But baiting the non-knight to die so that I could take the time necessary to kill the knight himself. Okay, I got greedy. What was that? Got him. Up the ladder here. I actually, no, I don't want to go up here yet. I think there's a Grace right in here, and there's a person to talk to. Might be named... I don't think their name is Robin, but it starts with an R.
Ah, nice to meet you. The pleasure's mine.
Rogier.
Roger. A source I'm looking for when I'm not hot-foot enough about me. This place is bristling with... Not exactly a place I'd stroll... I see. Here to challenge. You can see it then. Well, I'm tarnished, but unlike you, I've still... I won't forget how it felt. I'm privy to a few... Would you care to look? As a fellow tarnished.
This is good. I actually think picking up one of these would be valuable because it would let me apply the intelligence to them. Glintstone Pebble might be worth having. I would never use this. I mean, it's probably good for specific use cases, but I'd probably never use it. Glintstone Pebble, though, I might apply to something just for convenience sake.
The battle art, they were conceived in the past. Fascinating.
I'm
the golden order with the order broken. Such a
basically just talking to him because he is central to one of the quests. I don't know how important it is to actually talk to him for the quest, but he is central to one, and he dies? Or does he just fall asleep? I know sleep can be death, but like, can't remember if he dies or if he just falls into an eternal sleep. I think he dies. Look at that. There's stuff down there. Is there an area down there? I can't remember. I know that there are other zones that have underground, like deep underground sections like that. Wait, no, I thought there was a grace back there that in the place that I just left. Did I miss it? Did I walk right past the grace? I know you can enter from one of these, that's why I dropped down. I thought there was a grace here. Am I misremembering? Or is there something that unlocks a grace here that I haven't done? And I can't attack here. Interesting aesthetic. Skull-looking things on tree branches. It's like a very aggressive druidic order. It's like Baldur's Gate 3, well I guess probably all of D&D. And the Shadow Druids? Who I assume exist in other D&D lore, so it's not Baldur's Gate 3 specific, probably. Heck, it probably exists in other Baldur's Gate games even. Oh yeah! This Nightmare Descent. Don't remember what's down there specifically. I think there's one of the tree monsters that are never fun to fight. Genuinely terrible enemy type. You've played yourself. I hate these enemies. Die. Bird. Worst enemy type. Scarlet Rot Dogs might be worse. It's close, though. Yeah, this Nightmare as well. Hopping is so awful. It's so much better than in previous games, but you need to get the angle right so you don't fall. I think somewhere there's a surface that you drop onto and then you fall a huge distance and you don't take any fall damage. I think there's somewhere I have to drop from. Oh, it's right here. Okay, that's easy. Call me Mr. Ferret. I don't know why this song just got in my head. I can't name songs. I can name some songs. I can recognize songs. I can recognize the name. I just can't name them. Call me Mr. Fahrenheit. You make a supersonic man out of you. It's not Bohemian Rhapsody, right? It could be, actually. And I could just be misremembering how long that song is. That it has that many parts to it. It must be Bohemian Rhapsody, right? I'm gonna hate that guy. I think you can kind of cheese it very easily. You might be able to trick it into falling off a cliff. Why is that still sparkly? I am gonna rock sling it. But I will first try to bait it towards here. See if it will fall off a cliff. Actually, that's perfect if it turns away like that. I'm just too far away if I'm at the far end, though. Maybe we have to bait him to come a little bit closer. So that I can wait till he turns around again. So that he can't shield the rock blast. That's gonna be really slow. I mean, if he just stops shielding, I can work with that. I need to not fall off a cliff. Despite not having fought a ton today, in the last couple days I've fought one Crucible Knight. And I can be honest, that's enough Crucible Knights to fight fairly for me. I don't think they're a bad design. I think they're perfectly functional. I just don't like fighting Crucible Knights because they are very tanky. I think that's a high cheese potential ability. Given that it actually applies, there's some bosses that get knocked up and then you can just perma-stun them. No interest in actually using it. I just wanted to go explore. Whoop. I really love being able to jump in this game in a controlled manner that's not janky. It is a little janky when you rocket upwards more than you should, but this is the bottom of that central elevator. It doesn't really unlock anything, right? It just is a way back up. I haven't talked about anything fun today, sadly, because I don't have anything I can think of, honestly. I want to rest to restore my Estus, but then these birds would respawn. So I'm gonna just... Oh, I missed. Oh, camera. I'm gonna explore the top section here. With the hopes that I don't have to respawn. And then I never have to see these birds again in this segment. Wow, so subtle. And somehow it didn't affect the bird at all. I mean, it didn't affect me, so I got lucky there, but... And there's nothing of value, just a smithing stone 2. Not worth it. Okay, I am lost. I'm not actually lost. I think I know where I need to go. I think I need to go down and then through the main courtyard area where there's a bunch of guys. Could I jump that? I won't try. But I think I need to go... I feel like I'm going to fall if I do this, but I kind of want to stick here for line of sight. I think I need to go out the door down there, across that field, explore that section, and that will get me to Godric over there, I believe. To the northeast? Yeah, that should be about right. I wonder if that's a live phantom, whether that's like they're currently there. I don't actually know how the phantom memories of people exist, whether it's like live, they were there just now, or if it's someone was here at some point in this entire game's existence. Oh god, it keeps freezing like that. That's never good. I have an upgrade. I have at least one. I hope that I have a Somber 3. I do not. That's sad. Oh yeah, this game's balance on smithing stones is kind of a mess in my opinion. Like, normal smithing stone weapons are so much harder to max out than Sombers. Like, you only need a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, 8, and a 9, and then 10s are limited, but it's so much easier to max Somber weapons, and it's a shame. Like, I kind of wish they weren't so much easier to upgrade, because they're already more fun. The Somber weapons are always, in my opinion, the more fun weapons to use. So making them the easier ones to upgrade feels kind of... This is where Rogier is eventually. Or Rogier. Like, that's where he'll be eventually. And like, oh, okay, this guy moved. I should go in there. But The Smith somber weapons are already better. They shouldn't also be easier to upgrade, in my opinion. Anyway, this nerdo. I don't think I have any reason to talk to him. I don't respect him. He's a rude guy. I'll need to talk to him once I find his adopted daughter. But that won't happen for a while. Because I think she's in Liurnia of the Lakes. But it's time to wrap up for this episode. I made progress, yay! But next time I will hopefully actually reach Godric. Hopefully I can beat Godric in a couple tries, because I've fought him a lot already. But I have no idea how that will go. I'm going to try to do it as fast as I can. I'm going to try to not die on the first attempt. See if I can do it in one go. I mean, I've beaten him twice already. I'm over leveled for sure, so it shouldn't be too bad. But that will be the plan for next time. Yeah, the sorcerer's still there. I should give Thops some money. But it is time to leave. I'm going to go down the elevator and then wrap up right there at the bottom of the elevator. Whoop. Again, it makes sense, but it bugs me. I should go find Moonveil just to have it. I think the enemy would be a little bit rough, but only a little because I'm over-leveled. I'm not, maybe not over-leveled for him, but these are the dogs. I'm just going to the door that I need to go through next time, and then that's where I'll stop. Because otherwise I will forget where I need to go. I think it's this door? Yes. So I need to go out through here, I think. I'm going to kill the guy above so I don't get killed by him. Whoop. Yeah. Next time we'll be running through all this stuff. Fighting stuff maybe, but the guy at the back on the left of the door that you can see near the tip of the sword is dangerous. I think he might have a dog near him too, which would be rough. There's a place to the left that uses a... Okay, that's the first time I open that menu. That would need at least one stone sword key. I don't think I have... I have two, so I can probably enter it. But that will be next time. I'm gonna have to give these to someone. But yeah, I'll travel that way. And hopefully get to Godric, get any useful items along the way. So, have a nice day. Bye-bye.